Okay, guys, so 7 months in the Philippines. My honest opinion after 7 months, coming from US to the Philippines. What do I think? Did I make a mistake? Do I like it? Do I love it? What's the difference between the city and the beach? All that. So I came here in October. Just out of nowhere. Said before, I was considering going to Thailand, and I ended up in the Philippines just off of the language and the friendliness of the people and the research that I had done. I decided Philippines was a better choice for myself, being an American, and I still stand by that. You know, the people are extremely friendly. I have yet to see a fight or any type of violence. You may have little petty crimes that go on in like Manila areas and stuff, but you're relatively safe as a foreigner on these white sand shores or in these big cities. The people, the friendliness, the bad food is a complete myth. The food is excellent. You can get great food in province areas like Boracay, because Boracay is obviously got a lot of tourists coming in and stuff, and you can get great food in the city. If you have a problem with food, don't move to the province and expect to have, Ruth Chris Steakhouse every night. The people are extremely friendly. Your value is highly raised from your Western country by far. You can be completely invisible in your home country, and you will be treated like an absolute rock star in the Philippines. The currency exchange is currently like 56-1 almost, or 55-5 or something. That's tremendous. It was 59 when I first arrived here, but I'll take it. 55-1 is good. So your American dollars, if you got $1,200 in America a month, you're cooked, you're homeless in any major city. Here you can live kind of like a rock star. You can live a pretty damn good life. People will disagree with me because they're supporting 7 people, or they don't know how to control their money. But $1,200 a month, if you get a place for $300, then you got $30 a day every single day of your life. Even days you stay home, that money rolls over to the next day. You can live a great life, especially if you're single or you're not supporting anyone, or you've got your bills to a minimum. You got $30 a day to eat out or go to Starbucks or do whatever you got to do. So it's definitely 1,500, you're doing great. 2,000, you're killing it. Goes up from there. You live like an absolute stud for $3,000 or whatever. That's $100 a day basically, because a lot of times your housing is going to run you 15, 20, 25K depending on where you live and how many rooms you need, and if you're in a BGC or if you're in a Leyte or something. So people are amazing. You might get charged the foreigner price sometimes. Just don't buy it, or just always take Grab. Don't take a taxi, as I've said before. Then you'll know exactly what the price is. There's places where I've experienced that. I tried to buy a Gatorade that's basically like 47 to 55 pesos, and they just say 100. I even went in again and tried it again, and they said 100 again. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a Filipino would go in there and get charged 100. I don't know, but it is what it is. Guys will pull up on scooters to give me a ride, and they'll say 100 pesos, and then I'll say no, and then they'll say 50. It's just people are trying to make a living. You don't really need to get super offended by it. It is what it is. There's no rule that says you can't try to charge people more. People do it in the US too, and you're perceived as wealthy. So, keep that in mind. But all in all, I love it, and I'm staying. And BGC. So I lived in BGC. BGC was great. Enjoyed it. Great place to transition from US, but I couldn't handle the air quality, and I'm not really about that mall Starbucks life. I could go back and forth like I tried to do. But if you watch my previous videos, I received a 26,500 peso electric bill, and I just couldn't justify that. So I decided to exit after I purchased the correct air conditioners, and they couldn't install them because it was it's a long story, but it's on the thing. So I had to just go my own way. They got my 60,000 peso deposit. I got out of there. Now I live in Boracay full time. So at the end of the day, guys, Philippines is a great choice. You can come out here, you can check out, Thailand, you can check out Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, you can check out South America, but Philippines is the best in my opinion. I think that the language, the way that it feels like a little America, or like America was 40 years ago, is tremendous. I think that the people are tremendous. I think that the women genuinely want you and genuinely want foreigners, even if it's 40% or 50% of them, is a tremendous advantage for Western men. I think that the language barrier speaks volumes. It's really a big deal. You know, if you go to other countries, you'll notice that you can have a hard time communicating with people in daily life. You're not going to be able to flirt with a girl because if she knows English, she only knows basic English. You're not going to be able to use sarcasm because, again, basic understanding of a language doesn't include sarcasm and flirting and stuff like that. It's like, you know, if I had basic Tagalog ability, which I don't, I wouldn't understand when someone says sarcasm or flirts with me, basically. So, you know, Filipinas are some of the most beautiful women in the world, and they're definitely the most caring, and they will take care of you like no other woman ever will. So definitely puts them at the top. And just in general, you know, I lived in BGC for 4 months essentially, and I lived in Boracay for 3. Boracay wins for me, but I made a video about why not to move here. There is brownouts here. You won't have that in BGC. You don't have the big skyscrapers here. You know, there's a lot of reasons. Maybe I'll make a video about that, BGC versus Boracay, now that I've lived in both for ample amounts of time. But yeah, Boracay, just this clean air, being able to take these walks and do these walk and talks with you guys, it means a lot to me, and I really enjoy, you know, doing these walk and talks on the beach. I think this is my format, how I like to do it. So at the end of the day, very happy after 7 months. Love it. Is there little stuff, you know, like I've mentioned in previous videos for any of my newer viewers, post office is a little tricky. You might get charged a handling fee. You might not get your package if, you know, they send it the cheap way. I've got a package and then I have not got one package. You know, the milk can be a bit much unless you go to S&R. You can buy it for $7 for real regular milk. Otherwise you're getting like some different type of milk. It's kind of hard to explain. It can be extremely hot and humid, as I've said. But out of those 3 things, I mean, to live on the beach for $250 a month in paradise, to have your value tremendously raised with women, and to, you know, be surrounded by some of the most friendly, welcoming people in the world. I mean, what's your choice? Can you sacrifice milk and brownouts and all that stuff? I'm pretty sure you can. It's a small price to pay. Depends on how old you are, how picky you are, and how much, you know, dating and friendliness of people and prices matter to you. For me, it was a no-brainer. Simplest thing in the world. So I'm happy here. I'm staying here. I'm prolonging going back and even sorting out my things for as long as I can. And there's little downsides, like I've mentioned in this video, but the good certainly outweighs the bad, guys, by a long shot. So definitely get here as soon as you can if you have the ability to do so and you're not leaving young children behind. It I've said a million times. If you have the money, don't come out here with, you know, $1,000 and try to make it. Don't expect to make it big on YouTube, or, you know, apply for Cambly, C-A-M-B-L-Y now, and you can teach English for starting at $10 an hour, which is a tremendous living over here. But in the end, you know, my choice is not always going to be your choice. There's some people it won't be right for. Do a 30-day discovery trip and check it out. But as someone boots on the ground that's been to Cebu, Lapu-Lapu, Manila, Boracay, all over, BGC, Makati, you know, been to a few places, I'm happy with my decision. You don't have to just go to Dumaguete because everyone else is there and because that's the, you know, trend or whatever. You can come to the best places like BGC, Boracay, Makati, Palawan, Siargao. Those are the best places in the Philippines, not Dumaguete. People just go to Dumaguete because there's a comfort there of being around those big YouTubers, and I totally respect that. But for me, that wasn't my path. I didn't need to go to the coffee shop there and hang out with a bunch of guys that are 25 years older than me. Just my personal thing. For you guys, that may be your comfort zone. That may be a good starting point. You can go to Angeles City. You can go anywhere you want. But I speak about what I know and the places that I've been, and BGC is certainly the best city in the Philippines, hands down, and everyone agrees. And Boracay or Palawan is hands down the best beach in Asia. Not even close. There's no close second. Maybe Siargao is in the running now too. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, love it here, and I'm staying here, and I'm very happy after 7 months. Thank you for all your support. It's been a tremendous explosion with this channel. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I will catch you on the next one. Sana all.